Well, it's been a busy day indeed for the National Assembly members, and there you have it. After a long session starting from 9:30 a.m., finally the vote is out from the National Assembly as members of the National Assembly approve a motion to impeach Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua by 281 members of Parliament of the National Assembly voting in favor of the Mwengi Mutuse motion, while 44 members voting against the impeachment motion, while one member of Parliament abstained. This is outside the entrance of Parliament, where there is a lot happening in terms of members of Parliament now getting out of the chamber, going now to their respective, or retreating to their offices and maybe to their respective places. But of course, we have members of Parliament just to get to hear what they have to say. Tell us from Bomet East, member of Parliament, tell us, how was the mood like in the House? We've seen a very unprecedented, decision being taken by the National Assembly members. What was the mood like in the House?
What I can tell you in the mood of the House was that it was the members of Parliament was very ready for it. You must have seen the overwhelming voting to oust the Deputy President from the office. And this is something which even the people, when we went to do the public participation, they showed us, you must do this. My constituency showed me 92% had told me you must impeach the Deputy President. And even the members in the House, all of them, they had ganged up and said, this is not about anything. People might talk about money. We were not paid anything, even a single thing. We wanted to make sure that everything runs smoothly, and we tell the people that we want to work for them. We don't want the issues of making politics during the time we are supposed to be delivering to the people.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's get from a member of Parliament for Kajiado North. You're one of the tellers or the clerks for the side of the Deputy President. Your side on the floor of Parliament have only been able to raise 44 votes in favor of the Deputy President. How does that feel, and are you ready to push this fight again to the Senate?
I'm a proud member of Parliament today, having voted no. Proud of the 44 that voted without coercion, using their conscience and submitted evidence by Mwengi Mutuse. We march forward to the Senate, where we believe that there is an opportunity for reasoning to be there. The 281 members of Parliament voted with coercion. They did not use the evidence that was provided by Mwengi Mutuse. And Mwengi Mutuse has just provided allegations without substantiation. It's a dark day for Kenya, but I believe marching forward, there is an opportunity for justice to happen to the Deputy President. And as Member of Parliament for Kajiado North, I am proud that I have done a decision that my people have advised me that this is the route to go. And looking at the evidence provided, there was nothing substantial. It was pure hot air, like Justice Kome would say.
Well, thank you so much. Yvonne, members of Parliament continue to just come out, but one member of Parliament, Kirinyaga, member of Parliament, Kirinyaga County, you had presented a lot of objections into the public participation. How does this get you feel today that finally the vote is out, but you have a fighting chance in the Senate, especially for the Deputy President?
It is very unfortunate to see how the process has been carried out by Parliament, because we know the 2010 Constitution gave us a framework to ensure that the Deputy President does not work at the whims of the President. It is quite unfortunate to see how Parliament has carried out the purported public participation with no consideration for sufficient notice to the Kenyan people. Barely 4 months after the same 13 Parliament passed a very unpopular finance bill, they have told the Kenyan populace that they do not care about their interests, they do not care about healthcare, they do not care about a Adani deal, they do not care about employment opportunities for young people. But when it comes to political processes, when it comes to mobilizing for political shambolic practices being carried out like what we've seen today, that they will come out in large numbers. So basically, the 13th Parliament has said once again, it is as tone deaf as it was when they voted for the finance bill.
Thank you so much. let's get from another member of parliament. Tell us, what do you feel about the vote that has just been concluded in the National Assembly?
Thank you so much. This is Wamaua, member of parliament, Maragua constituency. I was here to defend Rigathi Gachagua, who is our topmost leader in Mount Kenya region. But I want to say whatever has happened, even the vote that was taken was totally political. The numbers that were in parliament were overwhelming. Never have we ever seen such kind of turn up, apart from when we are being sown in. And therefore this was clear indication that there was political mobilization just to come and castigate. And you can see right from morning, Rigathi Gachagua was being condemned even before he is heard. And the same process was hurriedly done during the public participation. But I want to say, we watched the impeachment for the fake fertilizer, how it was carried out. You remember at long last the head of the government came in just because there were interested people in government who were in the scandal of the fake fertilizer. And you can see all what mean something to our people, like the Adani deal, like the health issues that they are, the education, and all this, including the cost of living. No one who is concerned and no one who is addressing that. But because this one was politically castigated, that is why you have seen the turn up and how the vote was done.
Thank you for your views. Mheshimiwa from Kipipiri, je, leo tumeona kwamba ni sakafu imeteleza ama kuna yule aliyefanya sakafu ikateleza?
Nataka kusema this was purely a political process. The decision were already made politically, na ninataka kusema zile facts ziliwekwa pale. Tuliona Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua akiweza kuzitupa moja kwa moja, hazikuweza kusimama, hazikuwa na nguvu, na kwa hivyo tunasema mlima hujateleza, mlima uko imara. Kwa wale wabunge 44 ambao wameweza kusimama na Wajiko, we saw recently in the public participation, the public was against this impeachment. Tunasema this is step 1, and going to step 2, tuko na imani na our Senate House, and even we have step 3, which is the judiciary, and they have served justice in this country. Kwa hivyo tunataka kusema this step 1 we have lost, but we live to fight another day. But overall this was purely a political process. Rigathi was able to express himself smartly, and every Kenyan could see that really the grounds were flimsy, and even very serious allegations that were brought on board. There were issues of women which were not part of the ground, just to hype emotions of members. And you could also see that members who are against the motion were also not given fair share of deliberation. We were not able to articulate our issues. You saw even me, I was not able to speak. I could speak through the standing orders, the point of orders. This is not the right way, if indeed the House was sure that we were also to get the chance.
Thank you. And so what will be your message to the Deputy President tonight?
I would tell him pole, and he should not lose hope. He should come down and wait for step 2 of Senate, and there is even step 3, which is the judiciary. And to the Wananchi Wanjiko, we say calm down, continue praying for the Deputy President. Your voice was loud and clear in the public participation that impeachment is not the priority of Wanjiko in Kenya. We have issues with education, we have issues in health, we have issues with our roads, and this is not a priority.
Thank you, Member of Parliament for Kipipiri, Wanjiko Muya. Here comes now Member of Parliament for Baringo South. Tell us, how was the mood and what do you take of today's vote?
Today's vote was a very clear indication of what was going on over the debate that we had, and the report that we got from the public participation, that was very clear, because it was over 66% that Kenyans were saying the impeachment should go on. And Parliament, being an independent entity, they have spoken and they have given their views, and we have done our work very clear. There was enough time for debate, and everybody was given enough time to react on this, and it was very clear. But you know, sometimes when you don't win, you can say anything, and you can accuse anybody. But it was very clear, Parliament has given their direction, and majority of the members have voted for impeachment, which is very clear. So we have done our work as the National Assembly. The remaining part is to the Senate, which now the Senate will make a decision. We know that there are so many things, but what we want to do and what we want to say is to wish the the deputy president, the former deputy president now, happy life and success in his new life. It is normal. It's normal. It's very normal. Kenyans have spoken. Parliament has spoken. And that is how it is. Yes.
Thank you, Member of Parliament for Baringo South. Remember the voting today, we've seen a lot of concern about why was it not that all the 11 counts were being voted for one after the other. But remember, members of the National Assembly were only voting for the motion to impeach Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua as tabled by Kibwezi West Member of Parliament Mwengi Mutuse. And when this matter now proceeds to the Senate, and after all the deliberations that will be taking place in the Senate, that is when the senators, all the 67 senators, will be voting charge after the other, just to ensure that all the counts have been voted upon. Members of Parliament continue to come out, but very quickly, Githunguri, Member of Parliament, Gathoni Mushomba, you've been very vocal today in the National Assembly, trying to raise point of order after point of order after point of order. What is that about? And a lot of concerns coming out about, limited time for all members of Parliament to contribute.
Today I'm a very frustrated member of Parliament, basically because I tried doing my best in terms of asking for interventions to clarify some facts. I raised a matter of why we allowed public participation papers to carry allegations that Gachagua was not given an opportunity first to deny or accept before we printed the papers that were being used to spread rumors and gossips and allegations in the public participation forums. And that the Speaker ignored. But I still feel we were unfair. This is mob justice to Gachagua because we printed papers and we alleged that he's a thief, we alleged that he has irregularly used Kenyan money and so many other allegations, but we didn't first of all clear from him before we went to a 90. So ni kama tulimuharibia jina. In fact, Gachagua is defamed, completely defamed, because this was not even cleared by Parliament. Number two, Parliament ilikuwa inacheza videos za Gachagua akiwa mashinani. Nani aliclear those videos? Because according to Data Protection Act, we are supposed to clear the videos before they are aired for any quasi-judicial process. This was a quasi-judicial process. Why didn't we clear clear the videos that were being used? Number three, I feel like Kenyans have been taken for granted. Why did we waste a lot of money and time to call people for public participation? I thought the Speaker would announce how many people voted no or yes during public participation in Githunguri, in Kiamba, in Kabete. That was not used. So why were we wasting time and money? In fact, I'm telling Kenyans, hawa waheshimiwa, hawa mulichagua ni kama wamewabeba kwa urahisi sana. Yani kutumia pesa ya public participation, wanawafanyisha kazi nyingi ya public participation, lakini hayo makaratasi haitumiwi hata kufanya majibizano ama kufanya mjadala katika bunge la taifa. So today was a waste of time. It was a political process. To me, and I said it in Parliament, it looked like we are mob justing Gachagua. Even during when he came to speak to us, people were making noise, and the Speaker was comfortable with that. He never even called out the members to keep quiet. He just ignored. People were making noise. They were not listening to him. They were moving up and down, and the Speaker looked like he was not interested anyway. So this Parliament has let us down. I feel very embarrassed to be a member of Parliament in Kenya. If this is how we do some of these serious proceedings and some of these processes, I feel very disappointed. But I want to tell Kenyans something. Kenyans, please listen to what Gachagua has said. Gachagua has said he's being hounded out of office for speaking against demolitions, for speaking about extrajudicial killings, for speaking about mishandling of riots, for speaking about Andani, for speaking about many other ills of this government. Gachagua should be celebrated by Kenyans because what he has said as a top senior most government official is something that Kenyans should think and look at and consider revisitation, because Gachagua has said it and that is what we are waiting for. So we celebrate Gachagua. He may go down politically, but in the eyes of Kenyans, he has done Kenyans justice. Gachagua will forever be remembered in this country.
Thank you, member for Githunguri. Member for Tetu, Geoffrey Wandeto. What will be your message tonight to the Deputy President?
And he has also voted
I
no.
proudly voted no, because I feel that the motion that was before the House was just basically mob lynching. It was mob justice. When you look at the grounds, when you look at the explanations that the Deputy President gave, you can actually see that this was actually just something predetermined, and it was just something calculated to hold the Deputy President out of office. And if you look at the current issues that we have in this country, the scandals that are going on, the challenges that we are having in the economy, what I wonder is how this is a priority. And the Deputy President actually rightly